So, you've registered for Banker, created a class, added some students, and ended up at this page. You might be wondering, what do I do now? Today I'll give you an overview of your teacher dashboard and hopefully get you started. You can think of the teacher dashboard as your homepage. As your students get online and start engaging in the platform, these bits and pieces in the middle will change, giving you an overview of your classroom economy. We'll start over here in the Manage Students tab. In this section, you can view your whole class list, as well as their everyday and their savings account balances. By clicking on View and Change Student Passwords, you're able to print out cards for your students to log in independently. Of course, if you need to add students to your class at any time, you can do so with the green button at the top. Or, if you'd like to delete students from your class, you can select a student and remove with the red button at the bottom. Moving on to the Payments and Transfers tab, this is where you can make one-off and automatic payments to your students. To do so, first select the people to pay, either individually or as a whole class. Enter a reference note, then an amount. You can debit from your students by going through the same process. Your students can initially make payments to each other, but you can allow this at any time by checking this box below. I'm now going to jump down a bit into the modules, which are the crux of the platform. These are the financial concepts you can introduce to your class. At the moment, none of the modules are enabled, so the circles beside each one are gray. When you enable them, or make them active, they will turn green to show that they're visible to your students as well. There's no set order you must follow, so you can enable the modules when and how you see fit for your class. Let's start with Basic Income. The format of the screen will be similar in each module you click on. There's a short video for you as the teacher to watch and get an overview. You'll also find a resource button in each module. This will take you to the Teacher Resource Hub. On this page, we've got everything from full lesson plans to smaller activities called Banker Bites. These activities, including things like discussion questions, can be used offline to complement what students are learning on the platform. When you're ready, click the Enable Module button. You'll be prompted to enter an amount of weekly income. This can be thought of as money your students receive for coming to school and contributing in class. Feel free to change the preset number, as well as the day the income will be paid. Just don't forget to click Save after any changes. Enabling the Expenses module goes together quite well with Basic Income and is often introduced in one lesson. You could start discussions around this by asking what your students think their families have to pay for on a weekly or even monthly basis. We've got some example classroom expenses you can use, or feel free to add a new expense of your own. To change any of the ones here, just click Edit, change Reference, Amount, and Day of the week. Then click Update Expense. The last step is to flip the expense from draft to active. Your students will then have 7 days to set up automatic payments. When you enable the Careers and Employment module, you get to introduce your class to the job market. As you scroll down, you'll see some common jobs we often see teachers using in their classrooms. You can use some of the examples already on the platform and edit them to your liking. Or you can create completely new ones of your own by using the Add a Job button. When you're ready, flip the status from Draft to Open. The open jobs will be available for your students to apply for. It's a great time to show you what Banker looks like from a student's perspective. I'll scroll back up to the Manage Students tab. When you click on an individual student, you've got a few different options. This middle button gives you the ability to log in to that student's account and see what they can view. Click Confirm and you're taken to the student dashboard. Your students will have notifications of things you have enabled and requested payments from the bank. They can view their bank account balances on the left side and make payments and transfers of their own with this tab. They'll also answer various quiz questions throughout the platform and can earn achievements as they go. To easily get back to the teacher dashboard, click Sign Out in the top right corner. You'll automatically be taken back to your homepage. Now that we're back on the teacher dashboard, let's take a quick look at the other modules you can enable for your students: banking, KiwiSaver or superannuation, tax, property, and transport. Remember that the teacher videos are a great place for you to start. If you'd like to dive a bit deeper into what you can do, feel free to book an online session with us. We're happy to give you some ideas and answer any questions you may have. Another important section to mention today are the Settings tabs, as there are some helpful features to note here. First, you can invite parents to follow their child's progress in Banker by either sending letter or email invites. They'll receive short, informative updates from time to time. You can also add other teachers to your classroom by simply entering their email address and clicking Invite in the Shared Classroom box. As you scroll down, you're able to make dashboard and classroom changes in this tab. As you tab across the top, you'll find additional resources, including the Resource Hub link, some FAQs, and our community page, where teachers can get advice and share. By clicking on the arrow beside your classroom, you can also create a new classroom at any time. Finally, as you get going with your students, feel free to use this chat button in the bottom right corner. We're able to answer any questions that might come up. I hope this overview has helped you today. We look forward to seeing great things happen in your Banker classroom.